Piper Rockelle, from kid YouTube star to 2.9M OnlyFans launch, what really happened? What if I told you that a little girl you once watched doing slime videos, pranks and crush challenges made millions of dollars within days of turning 18? No movie role, no record deal, no Hollywood studio, just an audience that had been watching her since childhood. This isn't a scandal recap, this isn't clickbait gossip. This is the real story of how the internet creates child stars, and what happens when those kids grow up in front of millions of people. Today, we're talking about Piper Rockelle, and why her story might be the clearest warning sign yet about the future of influencer fame. Stay until the end, because the final question of this video might completely change how you look at all child influencers. The beginning. Fame before you can consent. Before the headlines, before the controversies, before OnlyFans. Piper Rockelle was just a kid who wanted to be famous. Like many children pushed toward entertainment, her early life revolved around dance competitions, auditions, modeling and social media clips designed to be noticed. But unlike traditional child stars, she didn't need Disney. She didn't need Nickelodeon. She had YouTube. And YouTube doesn't ask questions like, is this healthy? Is this sustainable? What happens later? It just rewards attention. By her early teens, Piper wasn't just a kid online, she was a brand. Millions of subscribers, daily uploads, merch, sponsored content. Her childhood wasn't something she had, it was something she uploaded. And once your childhood becomes content, there's no such thing as growing up privately. The Squad era NAMP, Internet Reality TV. Piper's rise wasn't accidental. She was at the center of what many now call Internet Reality TV. The Squad model, a rotating cast of friends, crushes, breakups, jealousy, drama, all filmed, all monetized, all consumed by millions of young viewers. It worked for the same reason reality TV works. Emotional attachment. Fans didn't just watch Piper. They grew up with her. And we've seen this before. Long before Piper, there was JoJo Siwa, whose childhood was broadcast through dance competitions and YouTube vlogs. Before that, Miley Cyrus grew up as Hannah Montana, then shocked the world trying to escape that image. And more recently, creators like Charlie D and Hash 39, Emilio went from normal teens to global celebrities almost overnight. Different platforms. Same pattern. The internet doesn't let child stars fade out, it demands a reinvention. Cracks in the image. As Piper grew older, the tone of her content shifted. And so did public opinion. Behind the scenes, stories began surfacing. Lawsuits involving former collaborators, accusations about intense work environments, questions about parental control and management. Whether you believe every allegation or not, one thing is undeniable. The cute kid YouTuber era was over. And that moment, when a child influencer outgrows their brand, is the most dangerous point in their career, because the audience wants something new, something more mature, something edgier. But the internet never forgets who you used to be. And when your audience feels like they own your childhood, they feel entitled to your adulthood. The child star pipeline. Let's zoom out. Piper Rockelle is not an isolated case. This same pipeline has shaped Amanda Bynes, Britney Spears, Justin Bieber. The formula is disturbingly consistent. 1. Discover them young. 2. Monetize their personality. 3. Build emotional attachment with fans. 4. Remove privacy. 5. Demand evolution. 6. Criticize the result. The difference now? There are no studios, no unions, no enforced protections, just algorithms, and adults making decisions for children. Hook, and eventually, every child influencer hits the same wall. What now? Turning 18 and the OnlyFans shockwave. When Piper turned 18, the internet was watching closely. And then she made a move that set social media on fire. She launched an OnlyFans account. Almost immediately, reports claimed she earned millions in an incredibly short time. Supporters said, "She's an adult, she's in control. She's using her platform strategically," critics said. This feels uncomfortable. It exposes a broken system. It proves child fame has consequences. And both sides had a point. Because this wasn't just about Piper, it was about what audiences expect how fame is monetized and what happens when a child's audience grows up with them. The most shocking part wasn't the money, it was how predictable this outcome was. Who really benefits? So ask yourself, who wins in this system? The platforms that profited for years, the adults who managed the brand, the audience that consumed the content, or the creator who never got to grow up off camera? Piper Rockelle didn't invent this pipeline. She survived it. And as more child influencers age out of kid-friendly fame, we're going to see this story repeat, again and again. Piper isn't the exception. She's the preview. Whether you see Piper Rockelle as a smart businesswoman, a controversial figure, or a product of a system that failed her, her story forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth. We created an economy where childhood is content and adulthood is damage control. Now I want to hear from you. Is this an inevitable evolution of influencer culture? Or proof that child fame online needs real boundaries? If you found this breakdown valuable, hit like, it really helps the channel. Subscribe for more daily celebrity news, drama, and deep dive stories. And drop a comment, because these conversations matter more than ever. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next story.